आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the occasion of the 75th birthday of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, let us be absolutely clear about one thing. India needs Modi. And India in 2025 needs Modi than ever before. The problem is that various people look at things from their own political prism. I would request all such observers to take a step back today and look at the last 10, 11 years through the lens of only one thing, and that is national interest. Forget which political party you're for, forget where your business interest or personal interest lies. Think only and only through the lens of national interest and ask yourself truly one question. Where were we in 2014 and before that? And where are we today? Don't look at it in terms of an immediate benefit you may or may not get. Think about the steps that Narendra Modi has taken. And stop taking these things for granted. Stop thinking that without the political will of a man called Narendra Modi, without the clarity of intent and the inherent risk-taking ability of a man called Narendra Modi, would Article 370 be abrogated? Or would we still be cursed with Article 370. It is not a visionary decision. It's not just a visionary decision. It's a tough decision to abrogate 370 and 35A overnight. So viewers, just imagine the importance of the decision Narendra Modi took just a couple of months after being elected for his second term. He just abrogated Article 370. Ladies and gentlemen, taking a leader for granted, talking about incumbency, etc., may be the subject of political gossip. But where are we on UPI today? And where would we be on UPI without demonetization? Personally, when I supported demonetization, many people felt that it was a wrong editorial decision of mine, but I supported demonetization. And I'm sticking my neck out and asking everybody watching this today that when we surpassed 20 billion monthly transactions, when we say almost 25 lakh crore rupees is being transacted, and everybody, even someone who spends 50 paisa on a transaction, does it through UPI, when we achieved this milestone, just last month, would it have been possible without demonetization and without the clarity of vision of a leader called Narendra Modi? Now, do we want all of this to stop? Or do we want this to continue? Obviously, the answer is we want it to continue. And that is why India needs Modi. It's not about a personality cult. It's about the reality that a leader makes a difference. Did you not feel proud when Narendra Modi went to the US Congress and said, my country will be thumping the table, he said. We will be the third largest economy in the world. And he said it at the greatest political congregation of a country that once did not give him a visa. Ladies and gentlemen, fact of the matter is this. You remember the Balakot airstrikes? You remember the surgical strikes of 2016, the Balakot airstrikes of 2019, and now Operation Sindoor. I'm taking three decisions together. Three decisions together. Ask yourself today, whether you're not a Modi supporter or not, does India need a leader who launched the covert surgical strikes? Who gave the permission for the Indian Army commandos to cross the LOC and annihilate the launch pads in 2016? Did our geopolitics not change overnight? How can we take that for granted? Ladies and gentlemen, strong leaders create strong economies and strong countries. Would it have been possible to carry out the Balakot airstrikes, our official, armed, announced, formal response to Pulwama? Ladies and gentlemen, February 14th, Pulwama happened. February 26th, the Balakot airstrikes happened. Who gave the clarity? Who gave the decision? Who stood firm? Who stood firm? Were you not sure after what Pakistan did on Pahalgam that Narendra Modi will take revenge? Tell me honestly, on 7th and 8th of May 2025, when we struck those terror launch pads, when we hit 11 Pakistani air bases on the 9th, would it have been conceivable under a different political leader in a different political dispensation? The reality is, viewers, you cannot take leadership for granted at this stage of our country's history. I wish to say to you with clarity that do not assume that the journey from 4 trillion to 10 trillion is going to be easy. Prepare instead. Prepare instead. And I do not say this with any sense of foreboding, but with a sense of excitement, that prepare instead that the road from 4 to 10 trillion will be fraught with dangers, and there is only one leader who you can be sure has no interest, no personal interest, no family interest, no individual interest, not even political interest when it comes to the nation. And that leader is Narendra Modi. Today, in the geopolitics, the complex geopolitics of the world, forget which side you are on. Are you not proud that you have a leader who can talk straight both to Donald Trump, Xi Jinping, and Vladimir Putin, that all of them know today? Because here is a man who blends economic management with political will. When he's at the SCO, when he says to Donald Trump, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to fly past Washington. I am going to buy Russian oil because I think it's in my country's interest, and I will do everything that I can, even at the cost of upsetting foreign powers, in national interest. And do you not hear the clarity in Narendra Modi's voice when he says that I know I will be made to pay a personal political price for it, but I am ready for it? Ladies and gentlemen, at this stage of our country, you need a leader who can have the courage to take decisions that others postpone. Coalition politics is dangerous. A weak leader is what our enemies want. A strong leader is what India needs, because the world is turbulent and it's going to be more turbulent in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, from now, as we try to out-manufacture China, as we try to out-innovate the West, it's not going to be easy. It will require a leader that the world trusts and the world is also fearful of. Fearful not in a negative sense, but fearful that this is an individual who is ready to sacrifice everything personally in national interest. And ladies and gentlemen, as of now, we are lucky that we have Narendra Modi as our leader, so be clear on it, ladies and gentlemen. And you know me. I am absolutely clear on issues like this. This country needs leadership. This country, without a doubt, does not need a leader who goes to the West and says, come and interfere in my country. This country does not require a leader who says India is not even a nation. This country does not need a leader who wants to bring in every element of foreign interference in this country, our nation today and for quite some time from now needs Narendra Modi. Ladies and gentlemen, please spread this video and tell me whether you agree or disagree with me. Let's debate.
किसान, भारत के मछुआरे, भारत के पशुपालक, उनसे जुड़ी किसी भी अहितकारी नीति के आगे मोदी दीवार बन के खड़ा है। इन न्यूक्लियर की धमकियों को अब हम सहने वाले नहीं हैं।
इंडिया विल आइडेंटिफाई, ट्रैक एंड पनिश एवरी टेररिस्ट।
सौगंध मुझे इस मिट्टी की, मैं देश नहीं मिटने दूंगा, मैं देश नहीं रुकने दूंगा, मैं देश नहीं झुकने दूंगा।
Under Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India has emerged as a decisive architect in shaping a multipolar world.
I said to my friend, the Prime Minister, before the last time I saw someone on the stage here was Bruce Springsteen, and he didn't get the welcome that Prime Minister Modi has got. Prime Minister Modi is the boss.
These two leaders, captured in 2 moments, tells the story of India's transformation. From hesitation to decisive action and global leadership. Modi's governance challenges inertia with a blend of pragmatism and vision.
चलता है, ये तो ठीक है, अरे चलने दो। मैं समझता हूं चलता है का जमाना चला गया, अब तो आवाज यही उठे कि बदला है, बदल रहा है, बदल सकता है।
From the narrow lanes of Vadnagar to the corridors of power, Narendra Modi embodies resilience, discipline, and relentless determination. Setbacks never define his leadership. Modi nurtures his teams through adversity, ensuring failures are reframed as stepping stones towards innovation and achievement.
ये विजय, कभी हम ये गलती ना करें। देखिए, मुझे टिकट दिया तो कैसा जीत गया, अब तक उसको मिलता था, नहीं जीतता था। ऐसे भ्रम में हम न रहें। आज हमने जो कुछ भी पाया है वो 5 पीढ़ी खप गई है तब आया है। क्या मां की सेवा कभी कृपा हो सकती है? कतई नहीं हो सकती। जैसे भारत मेरी मां है, वैसे ही भाजपा भी मेरी मां है।
Service to the nation remains the cornerstone of his philosophy. He shares in the sacrifices and joys of those who safeguard the nation, recognizing that leadership is inseparable from empathy and solidarity. Over the last decade, India has redefined its path of growth and development, Cities are now better connected, infrastructure stronger, and opportunities wider than ever before.
आप याद करिए 2014 में मेट्रो सिर्फ 5 शहरों तक सीमित थी, 5 सिटीज। अब 24 सिटीज में 1000 किलोमीटर से ज्यादा मेट्रो नेटवर्क है। भारत अब दुनिया का तीसरा सबसे बड़ा मेट्रो नेटवर्क वाला देश बन गया है।
Modi's infrastructure vision transforms daily life, connecting people, powering opportunities, and laying the foundations for a modern, resilient India. He balances ambition with foresight, ensuring that economic growth, defense preparedness, and technological innovation safeguard both the nation and its citizens. Through the technological integration and diplomatic dexterity, Modi positions India as a reliable global partner while delivering tangible benefits to citizens.
जनधन, आधार, मोबाइल, ये जो त्रिशक्ति है, और उसने सीधा डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर, उस योजना के तहत पिछले कुछ वर्षों में 27 लाख करोड़ रुपया इस देश के नागरिकों के बैंक खातों में ट्रांसफर किया।
Whether defending national pride or rejuvenating cultural heritage, Modi exemplifies courage and vision, inspiring the nation to uphold its identity while reaching for the future.
अगर हम सब मिल करके इसको एक जन आंदोलन बनाएंगे तो मैं नहीं मानता हूं कि दुनिया के साफ सुथरे देशों में हमारा नाम नहीं होगा। हम भी उस जगह को बना सकते हैं। भारत ये कर सकता है, भारतवासी कर सकते हैं। अगर भारतवासी कम से कम खर्च में मार्स में पहुंच सकते हैं तो क्या भारतवासी अपना गली मोहल्ला साफ नहीं कर सकते हैं? हमारी इस भारत मां को अब गंदा नहीं रहने देंगे। पूज्य बापू को सपनों को पूरा करने में हम कोताही नहीं बरतेंगे।
He leads from the front, showing that leadership is not just about giving grand speeches, but about action on the ground. Social and economic policies are designed with inclusivity, ensuring that the poorest and most vulnerable are partners in India's progress.
प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण अन्न योजना का विस्तार अब दिवाली और छठ पूजा तक, यानी नवंबर महीने के आखिर तक कर दिया जाएगा।
Whether confronting pandemics, natural disasters, or national challenges, he is present on the ground, guiding response efforts, protecting lives, and strengthening the nation's resilience.
हम निरंतर दुनिया भर से आ रहे कोरोना वायरस से जुड़ी चिंताजनक खबरें देख रहे हैं, सुन रहे हैं। इन 2 महीनों में भारत के 130 करोड़ नागरिकों ने कोरोना जैसी वैश्विक महामारी का डटकर मुकाबला किया है।
Here is a leader who confronts international challenges head on, placing the nation's people above politics or personal cost.
भारत अपने किसानों के, पशुपालकों के
और मछुआरे भाई बहनों के हितों के साथ कभी भी समझौता नहीं करेगा। और मैं जानता हूं व्यक्तिगत रूप से मुझे बहुत बड़ी कीमत चुकानी पड़ेगी, लेकिन मैं इसके लिए तैयार हूं।
In Modi's India, citizens are not mere spectators. They are active participants in India's transformation.
सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास, इसी श्रद्धा के साथ हम सब जुड़ चुके हैं। लेकिन आज लाल किले की प्राचीर से आह्वान कर रहा हूं, सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास और अब सबका प्रयास हमारे हर लक्ष्यों की प्राप्ति के लिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है।
The world recognizes India's ascendancy not only as an economic powerhouse, but as a strategic and ethical actor shaping global norms. Under Modi, economic development and cultural revival advance in tandem.
ये हमारा सौभाग्य है कि इस पवित्र सेंगोल को हम उसकी गरिमा लौटा सके हैं, उसकी मान मर्यादा लौटा सके। जब भी इस संसद भवन में कार्यवाही शुरू होगी, ये सेंगोल हम सभी को प्रेरणा देता रहेगा।
Prime Minister Modi has proven that culture guides development, demonstrating that progress and legacy are not mutually exclusive. From humble beginnings to shaping the soul of the nation, Narendra Modi's journey reached a historic crescendo with the inauguration of the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. Today, India stands stronger, resilient, and proud for a future where development meets legacy, where every citizen's potential is realized.
And we have with us this evening, I'm starting with some very important voices of the country, very vocal citizens, achievers, and I'm putting a question to them. I'm delighted to start with Harish Salve and Mohandas Pai. Everybody knows Harish Salve, everybody knows Mohandas Pai. I've called very few people today, Ms. Dr. Pai, and I would like to start with Harish Salve, and I'm coming to you. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. We were trying to, Mohandas Pai and Harish Salve, encapsulate the importance of Narendra Modi in a news package.
Yes.
And inevitably it became longer than it, because that's his achievement. May I first ask Mr. Salve, I put a hashtag, sir, India needs Modi. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, let's start straight away with India needed Modi in 2014 and India needs Modi ever so more in 2025. India needed Modi to go from being this chronic, weak, whining baby, a large country with a small, very small profile, to 2025, the three tallest leaders of the world stood next to each other. The Chinese Prime Minister Putin and Prime Minister Modi, I'm not saying in the order of seniority, but I'm saying the three biggest leaders, and the fourth, Donald Trump. So who are the four leaders of the world today?
Yes.
No European Prime Minister.
No?
Not the Japanese Prime Minister.
No, sir.
Who's shaping the destiny of the world today? And I take it as a compliment although it's a complete false narrative, I take it as a compliment to say the Ukraine war is Modi's war. See the importance, see the importance of India. Because of us, Europe is in disarray, and if today India were to take action, according to the great Mr. Trump, the Ukraine war will end. That's where Modi has taken India from 2014 to 2024. And I have reason to believe, and don't ask me for my sources, they're not as egregious as yours, but I have some, that Putin has hinted that if ever there is a peace and he agrees to foreign troops on the ground, the possibly only country he will agree to will be India.
Wow.
As the peacekeeping. I've heard this. I could be completely wrong, but this is what I've heard.
And one more point, sir, to you, I want to ask you. Because over the last decade or so, you have, and at least the last 5-6 years, certainly, you have spent a larger part of your time as an international figure, you know, in arbitration, global law, policy circles. And I call upon you to tell all our viewers today, how is the perspective changed? You always you share some insights with me when we meet personally. I just want you to, because you're now...
I put it very simply.
Yes, sir.
Earlier, when I used to walk the streets of London,
yes, sir.
2013, when I moved, it used to be, oh, an Indian. Now it is, wow, an Indian. That's the change.
Amazing.
I can tell you the way the Western world looks at Indians today.
Yeah.
It's a completely different story. Earlier, everybody thought, oh, Indian, why is he here? Is he looking to immigrate to, get a job in London?
Yes, sir.
Today, England's biggest employer is Tata's.
Yes, sir.
So, the world is a very different place. And when UK needed to get into the space race,
yes, sir.
Guess who's doing it for them? Sunil Mittal, Bharti.
Oh, it's amazing what Bharti is doing in the United Kingdom. I felt so proud when I got the news first, and that Bharti has bought in a significant shareholding in British Telecom. When would one imagine that? I think they are the largest shareholders of British Telecom.
Bharti buying into British Telecom will save that company. Otherwise, God be with them. And so this is where it's changed. Now, why does India need Modi ever so more? Partly, a friend of mine, and we have a big seminar, the Kautilya Dialogues or something it's called, on the 3rd and 4th of October. And a friend of mine who used to work for Deutsche Bank, he was an investor in India, he sent me figures today. He's coming to speak. And they say the demography, India is the next largest country in the world. And the Indian middle class already outsizes the whole American population.
Wow.
So why do we need Modi? We need Modi for transitioning India into now its rightful place under the sun, i.e. #1 country of the world. Nobody else can do it.
Nobody else can do it.
Secondly, we need Modi to attend to some unfinished business. And this is from my neck of the woods. He has fixed a lot. He has to fix the bureaucracy. There is a lot which needs to be done. And things are being done, but there he is much more the master of the roles. He changes systems to make them work differently rather than change the people. But he needs to fix a completely non-functioning justice delivery system.
Yes, sir.
And this he has to do by creating a consensus. Of course, when I say creating a consensus in India, we have to start by ignoring the malcontents. There are some who will never agree.
No, don't matter.
So we have to ignore the malcontents. But there is a large Indian population of thinking Indians, of sensible Indians who have India at their heart, not personal political careers at heart, and with whom you create a consensus. We are presenting a paper, Arnab, we are working on it, on the cost of judicial delays is not 5,000, 10,000 crores as you see.
No.
The GDP cost of delay. Today, if a foreign investor increases his IRR for a project in India because of
India
high
risk.
imagine Dr. Pai will be able to give you the figures of the tip of his fingers. What is the GDP impact of a country for want of a justice delivery system, for effective and compelling resolution of commercial disputes? Nobody invests in a country where your investment timeline is 5 years and your dispute resolution is 15. We need to fix this. We need to fix this ASAP and things like this. And I see, maybe I get to see it. Definitely my children will get to see it. My grandchild will grow up to be prouder of India than an American is of America.
So that's so wonderfully expressed here. Before I call it Dr. Pai, I want to say one thing. We take for granted, Dr. Pai, the fact that we have a selfless person as the Prime Minister of the country. No personal interest, no family interest, no material interest. No material interest. The only accusation against Narendra Modi is sometimes that in the pursuit of national interest, he ruthlessly pursues national interest. But somewhere, Dr. Pai, we are taking it for granted. So let me flip the question to you. Let me flip the question to you, sir, because nobody knows numbers better than you. What would suffer if Narendra Modi were not to be the person who's the captain of the ship in this turbulent period? What are the things that we are taking for granted, Mohandas Pai, which we should not anymore, and what we should value? Over to you, sir.
Arnab, to me, Prime Minister Modi is the most successful and best Prime Minister ever in our history. I watched Prime Ministers from 1971 and what they have done. Almost all Prime Ministers wanted to do good for the country, but they're not able to execute. After 1950, when you got a constitution, the biggest challenge for the Indian people was the poverty and deprivation of our people.
Right, sir.
The world grew, but in 1950 to 1980, India became poorer because the bad policies of Pandit Nehru, who took us backwards. We were the most developed country in Asia in 1950. He made us one of the poorest countries in the world because of the bad policies, even though we opened up in 80. In 91, when we really opened up, India grew. We still suffer from Nehru's bad policy and suppression of private capital. Now, what has Modi done that he deserves to be called the most successful Prime Minister? He has tackled the greatest challenge of India, the poverty and deprivation of people. He has made sure in 11 years, almost every Indian will have a roof over the head, water in the tap, power in the switch, a toilet in the house, a gas stove, a bank account, money in the bank, a mobile phone, a internet connection, education for children, food on the table, and, a health insurance. He has given Indians the basic necessities of life. 600 million Indians suffered. He made sure they have the necessity of life. They don't fight for survival. Now, Arnab, nobody has done that in our history. To me, that is the greatest gift anybody could have given, and he has done it himself by executing all his programs and making sure he wiped the tears of the eyes of millions of mothers who had no hope for their children. And he has created a country where there's hope. Everybody's got the basic necessities of life. Our GDP has grown from 2 trillion in 2014 to about 4 trillion today. He's added to our GDP what we have added in about 64 years, in about 11 years. He has given us respect, like Hari Salve said, globally. We were treated like dirty people. I remember when I used to go many years ago, I was made to stand aside, treated like shit. Now they treat us with respect. Not only because of Modi, because of the IT industry too, Hari Salve. I'm sure you've seen it grow. They think that we are very educated. And we are treated with respect. He has stood up for India. Nobody will dare to push around India anymore. If Pakistan tells the terrorists, we're going to hit them back. If the Chinese come to the border, try to come, we're going to stand and show them the middle finger.
Yes.
Nobody will dare. If President Trump wants to bully us, we shall not be bullied. We were always bullied by every other country. He has told the army, your job is to protect, and whatever you want, I shall give you what it is. An army has done it beautifully. They're a great group of people who defend this country. And he has made sure he has brought in India into a digital revolution with the third largest digital power in the world. 45% of the total digital payments happen in India. Our growth in the last 10 years, 11 years has been unbelievable with very low inflation. Tax collection has gone up higher than GDP.
Can I ask you something?
I must tell you about what Hari Salve said. The biggest challenge for India is the failure of the justice system to give justice to the people of this country. It is a promise made in 1950 by our founding fathers. Because read the preamble. It said justice. Where is justice? The failure of the justice system, the capture of the justice system by crony lawyers, not Harish Salve.
No.
You see that in Delhi, who
Oh,
rise
yeah,
before
oh,
the
yeah.
Supreme Court and say, my lord, and get away with everything. Poor crying for justice 15, 20 years.
Yes.
And a very activist court who goes after everything. Let me talk to you about the cost to the GDP.
So can I
Harish Salve.
ask you something at this point, Mohan Bhai?
Let me talk about the cost.
No, Mohandas Bhai, I want to ask you something, not to provoke you, but to make both of you respond in a direction. Both of you, I'm asking one question, and you are both senior to me. I respect both of you tremendously. One of you has helped me launch my channel, the other one has got me out of jail. So I love you both immensely. But I have a question to ask both of you. People say, Mohandas Bhai and Harish Salve, why are you crediting Narendra Modi? We would have achieved all of these things anyway. This is the kind of complacent response one hears from the cynics. Can I get both of you to respond to this question?
Yes.
Which one of you would like to go first? One, Mohan Bhai, I got Harish Salve provoked on that. Let him answer that. I'm coming back to you.
Well, I'll give you a facetious answer.
Why facetious, sir?
Mohandas will give you a profound.
Sure.
It is not climate change that India has gone from where we were to where we are. Okay. so to say what has Modi done, why we would have gone there anyway, it's not because of climate change. Something changed. The political climate changed. And what happened today is we suddenly find a re-energized working system, and where we are focusing the most, and Mohandas will have better figures on this. We have big industries, and I don't want to name anybody. Some of the biggest and the best are my clients. But I must tell you one very interesting thing. When I speak to the really big guys in India, they all say, okay, doing well, problems. When you speak to the smaller guys, the startups, they've got stars coming out of their eyes. And they all say things have never been better. I met youngsters of mid-30s who tell us, uncle, I believe we had to, we've written to Maharashtra government, we've written to so-and-so government, we've written to Andhra government because we want to set up small factories. The chief secretaries are chasing us. I said, did anybody ask you for money? He says, no question. So I hear two very different voices. And one of Mohandas' very dear friends, our dear friends, Nandan Nilekani once told me, he says, Harish, the future of India is in its startups.
Yes. Arnab.
And we need Modi to carry them to their logical conclusion.
Arnab.
Yes, sir.
600 million people have come out of poverty, Arnab. Do you know what it is? Not to go to bed without being hungry, to have education for your children, to have a roof over the head. Who has done it?
But now they say this would have happened anyway. Why? The cynics say,
no, it didn't happen.
Don't give Modi credit for it. What would you say to them? It wouldn't have happened
for 64 years. Everybody spoke about it. They could not do it. They could not execute. Narendra Modi has done it. You go talk to any mother in any village of India and she'll tell you what Narendra Modi has done for her. Now that is fantastic. And let me tell you another thing. You ask any young person below the age of 35, they're proud of the country. They have got hope. There was no hope for us when we came into the workforce, Arnab. There was no hope.
I want to now.
They're going to take India forward.
I want to now bring in 3-4 other magnificent voices. Don't go Harish Salve and Mohandas Bhai. This discussion is necessary for the country. I have great welcome Dr. Sonal Mansingh, another legend of our country. National treasure G.D. Bakshi is already there with us today. I have another national treasure, Dr. Prahalad Ramarao, leading defense and aerospace scientist of the country. And everybody knows Venkatesh Prasad. Who doesn't know him? Such a wonderful, warm, humble man, has worn the India colors on the field. Can I have the others also? Can I please have Harish Salve and Mohandas Bhai on? Sonal Mansingh ji, I'd like to come to you. The theme is simple. Does India need Modi? Dr. Sonal Mansingh ji.
Modi ji has said, Amrit Kal. Amrit Kal is here. Amrit is the elixir of life, ambrosia.
Yes, sir.
Immortality. Our nation is immortal. Bharatvarsh is immortal. He has given back our self-respect. He has joined us with the Atma of Bharat through culture, Vikas bhi, Virasat bhi. There is progress, there should be progress, and there should also be culture, civilization. I mean, the Kumbh, Mahakumbh,
Yes,
it set a world record as nothing else. There is bringing back the antiques, our nation's treasures, which were looted, which were stolen, which were sold, bringing them back. And the country is giving them away. That is a big miracle. Just think of the Nari Shakti, the women. I mean, he doesn't talk, he walks the talk. He says, Nari Shakti, here we have not only President Draupadi Murmu, but on 26 January, when you see these kartab, on the motorbikes, you see them everywhere, women everywhere, holding positions of power. The Mangalyaan, the scientists were women, very humble with beautiful flowers in their hair, and the tilakam, and the elite society, the glitterati, the chatterati, they laughed and they smirked and they said, ha ha, these women. Yes, Modi ji has proved that in humility lies greatness. He has no problem washing the feet of the humblest of the humble. He has no problems giving credit to wherever it's due. You remember Dr. Somnath, ISRO chief, when it failed, the moon mission failed, and he hugged him and he wiped his tears.
I remember that.
It reminded me, actually it's not a good example, but of Sri Ramchandra with the Nishad, hugging. My God, Modi ji has a heart of gold, but he's like the coconut. He's hard outside, and he's so komal, full of love, full of bhava inside. And his bhava flows for the country, for my Bharatvarsha, Ek Bharat, Shreshta Bharat. And he wants that Amrit Bharat to happen in 2047. He has given the roadmap. So clear, the clarity of his mind is absolutely boggling. Clarity, culture, Gyan. The Gyan, this thing just finished, the manuscripts mission, the international conference. What a thing he has given. His visions are amazing. I'm sorry to say that I may be called a Modi Bhakt, I have no problem there. But why should we mince words in giving credit? The man has nothing else but Bharata Varsha in his mouth, in his eyes, in his Panchendriya. He lives for it, he breathes for it.
Yeah.
And then one more thing I would like to add, that this man, when he says, I know I'm targeted, मैं उसके लिए तैयार हूँ, छाती ठोक के जो बोल सकता है, my God, 100,000 namans to this man, where people and politicians want guards and this and that, and they say, oh my God, where shall I run away? If things happen, situation happens, where shall I go? Modi says, here I am. कर लो जो करना है. मणिपुर में क्या बोल के आए हैं? आसाम में क्या बोल के आए हैं? And he means it. And that is where our विश्वास, सबका विश्वास मोदी के ऊपर है, सबका साथ मोदी के साथ है, सबका प्रयास मोदी के प्रयास के साथ है.
Fantastic,
And I'm
Sonamansi.
very, very proud to be an artist in this era and time.
No, and we are so blessed to have all of you on our program today. General Bakshi is there. General Bakshi, I need your patience for 5 more minutes. I'm coming to you because I'm saving you for 5 more minutes from now. I have Venkatesh Prasad and I have Prahlad Ramarao. Venkatesh, if you don't mind, I'll go to Prahlad Ramarao ji first, then come to you. Sure. Thank you for your patience. Prahlad Ramarao ji, as a defense and aerospace scientist, are we taking some of the achievements that we have had for granted? One, be the focus on indigenization. The political support that is required to aspire for the Gaganyaan project and the other projects which we are building in the defense sector. There is a clarity of intent out here. Things are being pushed. Could you put it in perspective? Because all of this adds to the Modi doctrine. The Modi doctrine on defense is not possible unless we are clear that the retaliation will be on the basis of indigenous equipment. So I just like your thoughts on that, sir.
Yes, Arnab. I have been working almost for 50 years in aerospace, defense, and energy.
Yes, I am aware, sir.
Just now we heard Mohandas Pai saying that he is the most successful Prime Minister. I would like to extend it saying he is not only most successful, he has made India the most powerful and energetic nation. This is what he has done because all the three areas are my favorite areas, aerospace, defense, and energy, have reached, probably surpassed the global expectations.
Yes.
And the way we are going to rule the world in the next decade will be astonishing. We will bring back the glory of India, its prime role, also the leadership in these areas. And we are all waiting to see that Prime Minister Modi gets the best blessings so that he will lead us with the best of health, energy, and capabilities.
Well, thank you for saying that, sir. I'd now like to go to Venkatesh Prasad. Venkatesh, we all love you on the field. You are such a gentleman and so unassuming always. Thank you for your patience. You heard.
You're welcome, Arnab.
You heard everyone. You heard Mohan, sir. You heard Mr. Salve. I'd like your thoughts on Narendra Modi. You know, as an individual, as a figure, and in terms of the country needing him. You see, Venkatesh, I always feel, what is this 75 years thing I've not understood? Mr. Modi, by the grace of God, touch wood, is one of the most supremely active and healthy individuals leading the most disciplined life. And may God bless him with such health for decades to come. I do not understand this 75 years argument that some people are putting. But what are your thoughts, Venkatesh?
To begin with, Arnab, I would just like to say a small prayer here before I start. It's a very famous Sanskrit prayer saying that, Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navadita Madduma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I mean, it serves. Look, the point is, it's a prayer for unity, harmony, mutual support, clear understanding, and so on and so forth. Where together may we be protected, may we be nourished, may we work together with vigor. And let us not have any sort of an animosity and so on and so forth. That's what this prayer means. And that's exactly what our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, has done. He has, led the whole nation from the front, and he has emphasized cultural pride and history and the civilizational strength and so on. I think his projects has been fantastic, and also he is the kind of actions that he took, the leadership that he had during those challenging times, be it pandemic or the tension between the neighboring states, neighboring countries, or even in dealing with the Donald Trump's his policies and so on and so forth. I think he's been extremely decisive, and that's what I feel is what our honorable Prime Minister has done, and I'm extremely happy, and I can proudly say that I'm a proud Indian. And not just about the the infrastructure or science and technology and so on and so forth. It's also about creating awareness, about fitness.
Yes.
Be it yoga, be it Khelo India. What a fantastic initiative where thousands of schools have come together to participate in this Khelo India initiative, and he's creating that awareness, from the very beginning. I think, and also what more, trying to bring in Olympics in the next, say, about 10 years or so. I think he's been fantastic throughout, and he's led the country from the front. And I'm extremely proud. And also, it was a great honor for me to have met him a couple of times. And his simplicity and his discipline is literally has been amazing.
Well, I think, Venkatesh, everything you've said there, I agree with, particularly what you said about Khelo India and Fit India. Somewhere I find the Prime Minister is a social reformer. His policies from day one, Swachh Bharat, have been more in the area of social reform and not just economic reform. I will wrap up with Mohandas Pai, but now I'd like to go to General Bakshi on the most important thing, sir. General Bakshi, you are one of India's foremost geostrategic experts. What has Narendra Modi brought in which makes India secure? Secondly, how is his leadership important given the geopolitical challenges we are certain to experience in coming years?
Arnab, let me talk like a soldier.
Sir.
I respect Modi. I salute Modi because when Pahalgam happened, he told the 3 service chiefs, go bash Pakistan, to hell with the nuclear backdrop. Arnab, that takes guts, right? And we as soldiers respect guts. The ability to take decisions in the face of great danger and challenge. You know, when Donald Trump went on a war path with the rest of the world with his trades and tariffs, who was the one leader who stood up? It was Narendra Damodar Das Modi. And when he showed spine, the rest of the countries of the world started standing up. Japan recalled its trade rep from the talks in the United States. Canada said, we won't buy F-35s. Who showed spine? When the leaders of the whole of Europe had lined up to kowtow, to kiss feet, who stood tall? Narendra Bhai Modi. Why do we need Narendra Bhai Modi now? Because Donald Trump and the deep state want him to go. That is why we need Modi. That is why he is done everything that is right by India. That is why people who don't like India to become a great power want to see him go. And that is why the people of India should stand together like a rock at this time and expose any people who want to sell themselves out. You know, any Mir Jafars, any Jaichans who want to sell themselves out at this critical juncture, we need to kick them. Right?
Well, I think
we need to stand behind
You've said it there.
Damodar Das Modi.
You said it there, General Bakshi.
By India.
You said it
India
there.
Must stand by him.
Yes. You know, that's absolutely the point. He's made it clear. Escalation matrix. I'd like to wrap up with a short comment from Mohandas Pai, who's been so patient with us. You know, Mohandas Pai ji, we take everything for granted. Here we've discussed the individual, the person who promotes science, the person who promotes culture, the person who has a vision for the country and provides the security metrics for the country. I'd like to wrap up with your concluding remarks, Mohandas Pai, on this very important discussion.
Arnab, Narendra Modi is one Prime Minister who has made every Indian proud of his country and hopeful for the future. He has given hope to the younger generation. You ask anybody below 35, they'll tell you they want to see India as the greatest country in the world and they're going to work for it. He has given hope to all the women of this country, women who have been traditionally suppressed and depressed. He has made sure they stand up, they're coming out to vote for him, and they are giving their love and affection for the country. And he has made sure our soldiers stand up for the country, has given respect to our soldiers. He has given them all the arms and armament they want, the power they want to defend our country. Nobody will dare to touch India because our armed forces are standing there like a rock. Nobody will dare to touch one finger. And he has made sure our media is free or not. Today, 450 channels criticize the Prime Minister day in and day out. They're all safe. 2,500 newspapers write all kind of rubbish about him. Nobody has been dispossessed. Nobody has gone to jail because of the criticism for him. And he has made sure that all the people of this country have come out of poverty, they have hope, they look up to him, and they look up to the future with a great feeling that the future is theirs.
Absolutely,
they feel the country
sir.
belongs to them.
Absolutely,
He's empowered
sir.
every single Indian.
Yeah.
That is Narendra.
Okay, so Sonal Mansingh raises her hand. I'm running short of time, but I have to take your views. Yes, ma'am. Very briefly, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Arnab, thank you so much. I just want to wish on behalf of all of us and 140 crore Indians
Yes.
a long, happy, healthy life to Narendra Modi ji to lead India, Bharatavarsha, to become Vishwa Guru.
Thank you. We all stand with you in that. We all stand with you. I thank you all so much. Venkatesh, General Bakshi, Prahlad ji, Sonal ji, and of course, Dr. Mohandas Pai. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is the Prime Minister of our dear Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. And I'm sure you join me in wishing him good health and many, many, many long years of service to the nation. See you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Powered by
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जलजीरा मसाला। सिप सिप